Welcome back to Today. We're diving into a piece of Australian coinage history. The 1972 Australia 10-cent coin. How rare is it? What's it worth in circulation today? And what makes it so unique? Stick around. You might just be holding a little treasure in your pocket. The 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia transitioned to decimal currency. The coin we're focusing on today was minted in 1972, just 6 years after that big change. Made from copper nickel, this coin weighs 5.65 grams, has a diameter of 23.60 millimeters, and a reeded edge. It was struck at the Royal Australian Mint and bears the same classic design that's still seen on today's 10-cent coins. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold McKim. This version of Her Majesty was used from 1966 through to the 1980s, and the reverse side? That's where things get interesting. It features the superb lyrebird, designed by Stuart Devlin, a prominent Australian artist. The lyrebird, with its ornate tail feathers, represents the beauty of native Australian wildlife. Oh, how common is the 1972 10-cent coin? In terms of mintage, around 50.2 million coins were produced that year. That's a healthy number, meaning it's not considered rare in general circulation. But here's the thing, coins from the 1970s are increasingly harder to find in good condition, especially in everyday change. And collectors are now paying more attention to coins from this decade. Now let's talk value. If you have a circulated 1972 10-cent coin, its typical value is face value, 10 cents. But for collectors, the value can change depending on the coin's condition. In good to very fine, VF, condition, the coin is worth about $0.10 to $0.30 AUD. In extremely fine, EF, condition, it can reach up to $0.50 AUD. But if your coin is in almost uncirculated, AU, to uncirculated, UNC, condition, especially one with sharp details and no wear, it can fetch between $1 to $2 AUD, sometimes even more at collector fairs or online if you're a collector or just curious. Here are a few tips. Always check both sides of the coin for wear and marks. Look out for errors or misstrikes. These can increase value. Store coins in a dry, cool place using coin flips or albums to avoid damage. And remember, coin collecting isn't just about money. It's about history, design, and the stories behind these everyday items. Before 1966, Australia used the pounds, shillings, and pence system inherited from Britain. But on February 14, 1966, Australia made a historic switch to the decimal system, introducing a new range of coins including the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50-cent denominations. The 10-cent coin replaced the shilling, and its value was equal to 1/10 of an Australian dollar. The 10-cent coin was first minted in 1966. The same year decimal currency was introduced. The design has remained largely unchanged since then, a testament to its strong and symbolic imagery. But why 1972? The decimal system had been in place for 6 years. In that year, the Royal Australian Mint produced approximately 50.2 million 10-cent coins. It was a standard mintage year, with no major changes in design or alloy composition. Despite the high mintage, many 1972 coins have worn over time, and finding one in pristine condition today is becoming more challenging. Features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold McKim, a British sculptor. This design was used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. The portrait shows the Queen facing right, wearing a tiara. Displays the superb lyrebird, an iconic Australian species known for its ability to mimic sounds. This detailed and elegant design was created by Stuart Devlin, who was the official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. The lyrebird's inclusion reflects Australia's appreciation for its unique and rich wildlife. Metal ** copper nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight ** 5.65 grams, diameter ** 23.60 millimeters. This composition and design are the same as modern-day 10-cent coins, which means older coins like the 1972 version still circulate and are accepted in transactions, while not considered rare due to its high mintage. The 1972 10-cent coin is still collected because it's part of Australia's early decimal coin history. It carries the original Queen Elizabeth II portrait. Coins in high-grade or uncirculated condition are sought after. It's a piece of daily history that connects Australians to the past. The designer of the reverse side, Stuart Devlin, also designed the reverse of most Australian coins introduced in 1966, including the 5, 10, 20, and 50-cent coins. His work is iconic in Australian numismatics. 1981 Australian 50 cent coin ***. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about this coin's value, especially in circulated condition, you're in the right place. So, let's get started. The Australian 50 cent coin is one of the most iconic coins in the country's history. The 1981 issue features the classic 12-sided shape, a dodecagon, with the famous coat of arms on the reverse side. This design has been a staple since 1966, symbolizing the unity of Australia's 6 states. But what makes the 1981 version particularly interesting? Well, 1981 wasn't a special commemorative year for the 50 cent coin, but the coin itself carries history and collectible value, especially when we talk about circulated versus uncirculated conditions. Australia introduced the 50 cent coin in 1966, replacing the 50 cent banknote, which was withdrawn. The coin is made of a copper-nickel alloy, specifically 75% copper and 25% nickel, which gives it a nice silvery look but also means it wears down a bit in circulation. In 1981, millions of these coins were minted. It was a common coin used for everyday transactions, so many of them show signs of wear today, which affects their collectible value. When we talk about coins, circulated means the coin has been used in everyday transactions, meaning it shows signs of wear like scratches, smooth details, or minor discoloration. This contrasts with uncirculated coins that are essentially mint condition, straight from the mint, without any wear. Here, I have two 1981 50 cent coins. One has been in pockets, shopping carts, and cash registers for years. You can see the details are faded, the edges are smoother. The other is almost pristine. This difference is huge when it comes to value, so, what is the circulated value of a 1981 Australian 50 cent coin? Generally speaking, because this coin isn't rare or a special edition, its value in circulated condition is close to its face value, about 50 cents to maybe $1 Australian dollar, that's right. Most circulated 1981 50 cent coins are worth about what they were originally minted for, 50 cents to $1 if you're lucky to sell them to a collector who wants a decent example. But several factors can push that value a bit higher. The better preserved, the higher the value. Coins graded AU, almost uncirculated, or better can fetch more. Occasionally, you might find an error coin, maybe a double die or a misstrike, which can be valuable. Collectors who want to complete a set might pay a little more. But if you're holding a typical worn 1981 50 cent coin, don't expect big bucks. It's a cool collectible, sure, but it's mostly sentimental or part of a full set. If you want to grow your collection or invest in Australian coins, here are some quick tips. Always look for coins in the best condition you can find. AU or uncirculated coins will bring better value. Check for mint errors or unusual marks. These can be hidden gems. Use coin grading guides or get your coins graded professionally if you think they're special. Keep your coins clean and stored properly. Avoid harsh cleaning that can damage the patina and reduce value. So, to sum up, the 1981 Australian 50 cent coin in circulated condition is a neat piece of Australian history but generally holds a value close to face value, around 50 cents to $1. If you want to sell or trade yours, condition is king, and rare errors could boost your coin's worth. Let's take a step back in time and explore the history behind the 1981 Australian 50 cent coin, a coin that holds a special place in Australia's monetary story. The story begins in 1966, when Australia decimalised its currency, moving away from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the new decimal dollar system. This big change brought new coins and banknotes, and among these was the introduction of the 50 cent coin. The 50 cent coin replaced the 50 cent banknote, which was removed from circulation that year. It was designed to be practical, durable, and easy to recognize. The coin itself is famous for its unique 12-sided shape, called a dodecagon. This unusual shape was chosen to help people easily identify the coin by touch and sight, especially useful in everyday transactions. The metal composition is copper-nickel, which was durable and gave the coin a nice silvery appearance. Over the years, the design of the 50 cent coin has largely remained consistent. The obverse, or front, features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as Australia is part of the Commonwealth. The reverse side proudly displays the Australian coat of arms, showcasing the kangaroo and emu, two animals that symbolize the nation's spirit. The 1981 coin you see here wasn't a commemorative issue. It was part of the regular circulation, meaning millions were minted to keep up with Australia's everyday cash needs. Even though it wasn't a special edition, the 1981 coin reflects a period of steady economic growth and modernization in Australia during the late 20th century. Today, the 1981 Australian 50 cent coin stands as a snapshot of that era, a coin that millions handle daily, connecting Australians through commerce and community. Understanding the history behind your coins can deepen your appreciation for them, turning everyday change into tangible stories from the past. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1981 Australian 50-cent coin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting content. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you want me to cover other coins from Australia or around the world. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!